Good evening, I'm Steve Eager. Family members say the suspect in the Charlie Kirk assassination was openly opposed to Kirk's political views. The suspect under arrest, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, was turned in by his family. The evidence from the shooting includes bullet casings with hateful messages written on them. Fox 4's Sean Rabb here now with more on the suspect and the ongoing investigation. Sean.
Yeah, the track down of the suspect came down to a phone call from a family member of Tyler Robinson.
A family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident.
Despite 11,000 tips FBI Director Kash Patel says were called in to FBI, the one call they needed came after this video was released Thursday night of a man jumping from a campus building and running after the shooting. President Trump broke the arrest details on Fox and Friends Friday morning about that Robinson family friend who was instrumental.
And the person was involved with law enforcement, but was a person of faith, a minister. And they brought him to a U.S. Marshal who was fantastic. And the father convinced the son, this is it.
Tyler Robinson is held without bail in the Utah County Jail. He has no criminal record and was a student for one semester 4 years ago at the same university where the shooting happened. Utah's governor says a family member told investigators Robinson had become more political in recent years.
The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in that conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate. The family member also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger.
That car and Robinson arrived on campus around 8:30 Wednesday morning, hours before he was initially thought to be there. Robinson posted messages on the platform Discord shown to law enforcement by, the governor says, Robinson's roommate.
And a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel.
In a brushy area near the campus, a Mauser model bolt-action rifle with a mounted scope wrapped in a towel was recovered.
The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact, Tyler, also mentioned that he had changed outfits.
Clothes that were different than in pictures put out during the search, but clothes Robinson reportedly had on when he was arrested. As for the engraved messages on bullet casings, one, according to the governor, said, "Hey, fascist, catch." The governor adding, Charlie Kirk's politically motivated killing brings us as a nation to a crossroad.
This is our moment. Do we escalate or do we find an off-ramp? And again, it's a choice. It's a choice, and every one of us gets to make that choice.
Tyler Robinson faces several state charges in Utah, including aggravated murder, and that could carry the death penalty, but he may also face federal charges.
Sean, there's so many questions, and I don't know how many answers there are, but I want to know if there's any other suspects. You talked about this Discord channel that he was using to have a conversation with somebody who may have helped alert authorities, but it doesn't seem like I left my rifle wrapped in a towel would be the first communication, right? So is there somebody potentially who knew in advance what he was doing? I don't know. What do you think, knowing how investigations unfold? What do you think?
There were several messages, at least to the roommate showed to investigators, about the rifle, that he needed to retrieve a rifle that was left somewhere, that he was actually watching where it was to see what was going to happen, and that it was wrapped in a towel. Well, when that weapon was found Thursday, we learned it was found Wednesday, and it was wrapped in a towel. Mm-hmm. There were also messages in that chat on Discord about writings, scribblings, inscriptions on shell casings, and on the fired shell casing and 2 unfired casings where those messages were written. But the governor says at this moment there's no other arrest. It appears that he acted independent of others.
And just quickly, I know you said we didn't get into the story, but a highly intelligent guy, did high score on ACT test and all that kind of thing?
34 out of 36 on the ACT, had scholarship offers to Logan University in Utah. Ended up going to UVU for one semester. had no real strong political affiliation, though he was a registered voter, but only in recent times, according to family who spoke to law enforcement, had he become more verbal and more staunch in his political views that stood in contrast to, of course, Charlie Kirk's conservative push.
Got it. Okay, Sean. Thank you very much. Sean Webb reporting.